Elizabeth Holmes case. Lawyers on both sides will make their final appeal to the jury before deciding the fate of the former CEO of Theranos. This trial has been ongoing since September. KTVU's investigative reporter Evan Sernoffsky has been in court every day, live outside the courthouse there in San Jose for us. Early this morning, Evan, we are sorting through 15 weeks of trial, 32 witnesses. What do you think it all boils down to for these jurors?
That's right, Garcia. We're outside the San Jose Federal Courthouse right now, and as you can see, there is a growing and substantial line here. And this is really the culmination, as you said, of more than 3 months of trial. This is frankly going to boil down to one simple thing: whether or not the jury believes Elizabeth Holmes or not. Now, there's been 32 witnesses on the stand, and more than 900 exhibits have been entered into evidence. Obviously, that's a lot for this jury to wade through. The defense and the prosecution over the next 2 days here will have a monumental task of parsing all of those pieces of evidence down into easily digestible information. Today, the prosecution is going to start, and they're going to really make their case to this jury that Elizabeth Holmes committed fraud, that she lied, that she deceived these investors and these patients in this company. And then tomorrow, we're going to hear from the defense, who's going to make their case that they've been making this entire time, which is that Elizabeth Holmes didn't perpetrate a fraud, that she simply failed, her company failed, and she had no intent to defraud these people. So over the next couple of days here, we will see the finality of this trial that began back in the summertime. We're here, we're going to be in there. I'm going to be live blogging from inside the courtroom the whole time. I'll send it back to you, Garcia.
Evan, I mean, it's a pretty incredible scene. I know it's been very busy outside court every day, but this looks like it's more than in the past. A lot of people watching this case in particular saying that it speaks to the essence or the excess of Silicon Valley. Big ideas, lots of money. Sometimes they don't always proof up.
Right, exactly. In many ways, this case has stood as an indictment on Silicon Valley culture, especially when it comes to high-tech investment and biotech. One thing where this case stands out from other ones, however, is that Theranos brought its product to market. They were using their technology with Walgreens in those stores, if you remember, in Arizona and in California, and patients were getting their blood tested. So while so many Silicon Valley companies are ideas, pie-in-the-sky concepts, Theranos took the next step of actually testing patients' blood, and that's why the government in this case is coming down so hard on Elizabeth Holmes and her co-defendant in this case, Sunny Balwani, whose case and trial begins next month. Garcia?
And finally, Evan, obviously cameras not allowed in the courtroom. You've been there every day. Is there anything you'd like to share, some insight or some information that we at home may not already know about this?
Sure. I think a lot of people have seen the coverage of this in the news. They've seen multiple documentaries, maybe followed some of the podcasts or some of the news coverage in general, and have a sense of what this case is about, that Elizabeth Holmes maybe is guilty. But sitting here and watching her testify, especially for 7 days, I'm not so sure that it's going to be convincing to this jury. I think that there is a good chance she could either be acquitted or there could be a hung jury in this case, because remember, she's only facing the 11 counts that are remaining in this indictment, not some of the extraneous things that we know about the company, not the attempts to go after the whistleblowers, not all of the bloated things that we saw about traveling in private jets, all of the juicy stuff about this trial that's made it so interesting. Really, this has been distilled down to 11 counts, 9 fraud charges, and 2 conspiracy charges, and the government has a high burden of proof to prove their case.
All right,
Garcia?
Evan Sernoffsky, live for us early this morning before court gets started. I know we get to see you throughout the morning as the session begins. Thank you again for joining us live.